All right, let's take a look at comprehension. So in this video, we're just going to look at some hints on when reading passages and having to answer questions yourself. Important stuff to know about modeling reading strategies and the differences between literal and critical comprehension. So you can see right here, the first one is not even a question. We're just telling you what to do. So look at the question before reading, and we'll go over this here in a second. What is the best way to improve reading comprehensions for your students? So we'll do that when we're looking at modeling reading strategies, and then difference between literal and critical comprehension, as I just said. All right. So when reading passages. So if you're looking at main idea questions, the best strategy is to figure out what question or questions you're going to have to answer first. Are you just simply being asked, what is the main idea? The tone of the passage? Does the question ask what the author is implying in the passage? Maybe perhaps comparisons that the author has made? Knowing what they're going to ask you before you read the paragraph will assist you in finding clues as to what the correct answer is. Recommended ways to teach students how to better comprehend reading material include pre-reading titles, asking questions to check understanding while reading, and looking at illustrations. Okay, so we look now at modeling reading strategies. A read aloud text is the best strategy for teachers to use to improve reading comprehension. And so I believe that was one of our questions, wasn't it? So that's just saying straight up, that's the best strategy, right? The best strategy for improving comprehension, read aloud text. A read aloud allows the teacher to walk through the illustrations and see what story they are telling us. The students then can predict what the story will be about. Some good questions are about how the character feels and whether anyone in the classroom has ever felt that way. After the story, the teacher can ask the students to retell the story in their own words. Almost everything that happens at home impacts literary education. This includes being read to, having books or magazines in the house, and witnessing adults being engaged in reading and writing. So those are all extremely important. Okay, and then we have literal versus critical comprehension. Literal comprehension involves identifying topic sentences, main ideas, important facts, and supporting details, while critical comprehension involves understanding that an author's version of the subject is theirs and not necessarily everybody else's. Critical comprehension utilizes the ability to recognize inferences and conclusions, explicit and implicit relationships among words, and persuasive tactics by authors. Okay, so then if we jump back to our questions, if we could just take away, look at the questions before reading, you'll save yourself a bunch of time, which improves your chances for a better score. What is the best way to improve reading comprehension for your students? So we certainly went over that. Hopefully that one's locked in your mind. And then what is the difference between literal and critical comprehension? We just went over that as well. So those are really the important parts here for comprehension.